automated. I've been getting to it, I ain't noticed y'all was hating. Brand new chick, she don't know the occupation. I just wanna know that I can hold a conversation. I don't know what y'all debating. I've been waiting for you, now I'm running out of patience. Running up a check, trying to run an operation. Went broke in the check and put 100 out of savings in. I can tell now that you ain't talking about nothing. I'ma need something I can calm down from. I'm gonna pull it with the bar down one. 6 months in, I ain't down once. Trying to tell me what you know about me. You don't know nothing, keep it real with me. She said she ain't trying to deal with me. Okay, cool, you can sell that seat. I'm just hoping she don't fail. Cause when she do, I don't know what I'ma do. All that I heard that y'all was talking, it was comical. Pull up in your
cut that shit up, boy.
Trying to do. Cause I'm open to it. I know that you're missing, but you gon' get through it. I can help with it if you need that. Go and bring the beat back. I don't really listen to the feedback now. Told me that she good, she don't need jack now. I'm real
Ride with a Glock, no safety. Ready to shoot like a block boy JV. Meshing the gas, I think that she crazy. Chain on my neck like slavery. Find a bad bitch and she having my bag. My nigga ride for sure ain't no man. I ain't going nowhere, let it be the baby. Walk out the door and get straight to the ring. Call me the water, but go get the sand. Pull up with a gang and fall back to bed. Bounce high. Fucking on the hood red. No license, pull up 18 with a backpack. Know how to rap and the shit that you talk cap. Bad nigga, I might take a Hellcat now. Don't know if you snitching, I set up a rat trap. Get it striking like
she ain't trying to deal with me. Okay, cool, you can sell that seat. And she felt intrigue. Trying to LMP. Go and get yourself this thing. And she trying to link up. Don't want you to link up. Stay with a chick like I'm sponsored by Nike. These niggas too twisted like they die. Down on the blue honey that is tight. Benny and Gucci, I'm missing like Benny. All I do is win, nigga, you a lie. The Hellcat light, Tom on crew. Hellcat some fat little smash a boot on. They shit about for me, I ain't got a money to run with the drama. They thought I retired this fool. Glock no safety. They ready to shoot like a block boy JV. Meshing the gas, I think that she crazy. Chains on my neck like slavery. Find a bad bitch and she having my bag. My nigga ride for sure ain't no man. I ain't going nowhere, let it be the baby. Walk out the door and get straight to the ring. Call me the water, but go get the sand. Pull up with a gang and fall back to bed. Bounce high. Fucking on the hood red. No license, pull up 18 with a backpack. Know how to rap and the shit that you talk cap. Bad nigga, I might take a Hellcat now. Don't know if you snitching, I set up a rat trap. Let's go. Let's go. Yeah. Shawty got ass, yeah, she shaking it, she gon' make it drop. I'm still in the trap with the dope in the black, make it straight drop. I skirt out the dealer with brand new beds, I let the top drop. They keep me up on my aim for a headshot, it body drop. Drop, I bet it gon' drop, I bet it gon' let all the talk, I run at the drop. They waiting on me, they want me to drop. She suck it out, bitch, she don't let it drop. Hey, got better when I baby drop. Drop. Got water on with like the dog, the fuck fine, we gon' let us a shot. We hit in the truck like a boss, I'm pull up, I'm catching the ball. I'm rich like a dog, I pull up and drop. We get to the spot, it's just sucking the nut. She be a bad, she ain't moving, she a thot. Never going broke, I keep me a nut. I ain't going broke, in that stretch off, I send it for hello. Run with the tech, you can't drop like they send it. Color the plug, all I say is hello. Pull up and hello, top bitch, yellow. You like Lala, I'm poppin' like Mello. Drop you like DDT elbow. I ain't dropping the pot, then I sell though. That boy headshot, I hit him in the cell phone. Bitch, you gon' run that some ball. Give me the cameraman and take a photo. Cameraman, nigga, I got the money, dog. Tell me better, shit out the door. Tell her to work, then I go get another load. But then the chicken got wings like buffalo. Top make it look like a UFO. Ain't gotta tell her, they know that you a hoe. Raise on like I just wanna swing on. And then I fucked around and hit the lottery. Drop the top and you know that they spotted me. Eat the swag up, you nigga with me. Shut up, they go size in the middle, you monkey. Call it a Tito, you know that he bummy. Trick on, knock him out, ain't got a punch. Go get your big homie, nigga, you a munch. Shawty got ass, yeah, she shaking, she gon' make it drop. I'm still in the trap with the dope in the black, make it straight drop. I skirt out the dealer with brand new beds, I let the top drop. They keep me up on my aim for a headshot, it body drop. Drop, I bet it gon' drop, I bet it gon' let all the talk, I ride it drop. They waiting on me, they want me to drop. She took it out, bitch, she don't let it drop. Ain't got better when a baby drop.
Something to prove. I spent the check on the double cross, but still ain't paid my dues. Gotta be number
back on the floor, and you just heard me. You just heard me. You just heard me. I ain't just lying. She making the shade, bitch, I'm fucking the face. I'm riding the phone of the race. Eat me a perk, I just saved my grace. Riding with choppers, I might get your case. Smoking exotic, I like how it tastes. Give me that all day, eat a habit. Codeine, I might catch your body. 5 bad bitches when I'm in the fight. 4 rings on my left hand, the Audi. I dropped the 4 and the 20 on trip. 3 hoes with me, they all my bitches. 2 gun with me, they Westin, they Smith. 1 shot to the head, I ain't gon' miss it. Doesn't go bomb, like Maud on drip. Be on my horse, she sure ain't no Chris. Dropped out the rug, I'm Chris. Walked in the party, you know they don't frisk. All blue hunters, I walked in with sisters. Sucking that dick and I'm still on my way. Seen on the ground, I text, I missed it.
She gon' put it on me, that's a lot of it. 4 cooks, 4 seasons, drop the top of it. Bust down, but my wrist, time to talk a lot of shit. I got both my girls, head to toe, designer. Let me feel myself a little bit. Little bit, you ain't talking big. Get out my way, little bit. I can't hear the hate, got a lot of it. Take these bands to the bank, and I'm rocking it. So much pressure on me, I wish I had 2 legs. I got homies that can sleep without 2. I got homies that can sleep without 2. Chanel, I got a lot of it. Walk up in the spot like we were popping in. Gon' pop it for me cause I'm rich and popping in. Yeah, drip. Little bit.
Gotcha.
Let me feel myself a little bit. Little bit. You ain't talking big. Get out my way, little bit. She gon' put it on me, that's a lot of it. 4 coops, 4 seasons, drop the top of it. Bust down, but my wrist, time to talk a lot of. I got both my girls, head to toe, designer. Drip. Little bit. Let me feel myself a little bit. You ain't talking big. Get out my way, little bit. West LA, that way you find me though. Touch a macho with it, rockin' black clothes. Whip around that Batmobile, ducking 5-0. If you step to me, then be prepared for smoke, little bro. Let me show myself a little bit. Let me slow this down a little bit. Drip, little bit. Let me feel myself a little bit. Little bit. You ain't talking big. Get out my way, little bit.
Money back. Check me for like no loss of the sport in my circle. Ain't nothing but bumps. If it don't did, that drink got the cough. Flow through the pack and you know that I'm off. Came out the first, about to get like dogs. Know that make this shit look like a bar. Fat ass nigga that hard. So I took all the shots. My body, I walk in the party.
We ain't worried about no formers, we ain't staying there. Running out the block, yeah, I'm something like a lineback. I got juice like a Fanta, how you like it? I'm on purple, I'm on yellow, like a button. All these plays that I'm catching, I done gone crazy. I do my thing, 6 range, just like Tom Brady. Touchdown, I just scored a home.
DA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to Chile, but of course sold out Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. Straight ahead, it's a clash to decide the AFC's representative in the Super Bowl. And it'll be a great one between the Baltimore Ravens and the Kansas City Chiefs.
After the kickoff for Kansas City.
The winner gets a trip to sunny Arizona for Super Bowl 57. The AFC title game is under. Looking into the snowflakes, and he buffs it. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30.
Take over first and 10.
Yo.
At their own 31-yard line.
I'm not if I wanted to play with white. But, alright, bro.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with J.K. Dobbins. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at 2nd down. On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
I can certainly tell my age, partner, because when I was a kid, running backs like J.K. Dobbins with over 2,000 yards in their final season in college, they went early in the draft. Instead, he somehow lasted until the 2nd round. But how great is it to get a guy with that ability who can run it inside, run to the perimeter, and catch the football in the backfield? To be able to get him in the 2nd round, that's what I call a steal.
Now Jackson on 1st down. A short throw caught by Andrews. A gain of 6 there on 1st. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now a carry for Dobbins. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, in a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you gotta like that. They've strung together a couple of 1st downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
They'll run. It's Dobbins. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
On 2nd and 12, Jackson into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Juan Thornhill, and they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. And certainly, look, you're on the road in the playoffs. That is a suboptimal start, opening drive INT.
And, partner, sometimes I wonder, do these teams talk about it to such an extent that maybe you almost talk yourself into the turnover when you're trying to avoid it?
Yeah, maybe they get a little too worried about keeping the football, and then you give it to the other team right off the bat. And, look, we said it, on the road, this is just a terrible, terrible start for them.
It is, and now they've got to rely on their defense.
Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. And that's their 2nd charge timeout here in this 1st quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs on 1st and 10 at their own 46. So after the INT, here's Mahomes. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 54 yards. And the Chiefs are going to take a 1st quarter lead. But on this stage, conference championship game, every play is magnified, and that was a big play.
No doubt about it. One thing that has these guys a step away from a shot in the big game, their big playability. They can strike from anywhere.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They trail early on in his Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. J.K. Dobbins, the one he was looking for. And now it's 2nd down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Meanwhile, this one knocked down in the backfield. It's incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure, or do they play coverage on this down?
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Jackson. And looking for Andrews, but this is intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. A first carry now for Nick Chubb. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the Ravens' 32-yard line.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. A toss play to Chubb. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. That led to a really nice game.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And good downhill running. He's got 6 yards down to the 13.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
At the Ravens' 13-yard line.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. A run for Nick Chubb. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. A 13-yard touchdown run. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there. Each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with it. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Being chased out left. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the gun, Jackson steps away to his left. He uncorks it for Snead, and that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. A big pickup of 12 yards on fourth down to keep this drive from stalling.
Ravens.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Dancing to his left. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. The wise move there, looked like nobody open, now second down.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. To throw again, Jackson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
He did a fine job there not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
On third down, Jackson. Oh, for the third time, Jackson getting intercepted. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. So more problems here in this first quarter. Already 2 scores down, and here they give away the football.
And if I'm the head coach, I think it's time to start lighting a fire under some of these guys. Now, you have to do it within your personality. They can't perceive it as fake. But I'd go get after some guys because they don't look ready to play to me. They look flat, uninspired. It's time to get moving.
On play action, it's Mahomes. Looking downfield for Kelsey. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Travis Kelsey, 44 yards. And the Chiefs add on to their lead. Boy, these guys are off to the races, Charles. 20-0 already, extra point pending.
Yeah, you always hear that term. They just boat race someone. Heck, it's car race, motorcycle race, plane race, whatever you want. Right now, they are sprinting past them.
The point after, no gimme in the snow, but it's up and good. And that makes the score 21-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Very short kick, taken right at the 20.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
And the Ravens
on 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Myles Garrett just creating a disaster there for the offense as that one goes 16 yards in the wrong direction. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. 21-0 our score after 1. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. He's going deep for Brown. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
the ball carrier.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They run. Chubb. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. Linebacker Patrick Queen bringing him down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. Right back to him on first down. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
For the running back.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. Still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
To Chubb, and they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. reminder, as we've done all year, we'll send you to Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report. In a bit, the coach is with us per usual as we start to look ahead, Charles, to our potential matchups in this year's Super Bowl.
Break it down, Coach.
There he goes, left side. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. A big play there.
Jesus Christ.
46
Oh,
yards.
fuck,
And
man.
the Chiefs are able to grow their lead. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now.
The score, Chiefs 28, Ravens nothing. Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is taken just shy of the 10. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. Up to midfield. Look at him go inside the 30. And he's finally out of bounds, but he gets it to the 25. What a return.
But when the highlight is shown of this play, all attention is going to be on the person running with the football. But how about the group as a whole? Setting up that big-time return, yardage that we won't even account for in the box score, may help them win the game.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. He gets this underneath to Dobbins, and they'll get this down to the 10. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, first and goal.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be second and goal. Open man is Duvernay. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Able to get 9 out of that pitch and catch, but now third and goal. Forced out to his left. Toward the pylon, caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown.
Baltimore.
From 6 yards away. And the Ravens cut into that lead.
I'm not sure that they have illusions right now of, okay, we're going to score 8 times in a row and we're going to be terrific. But to get one, that was huge for them. That has to feel much better right now.
And you do have, we're still in the first half. You do have the entire second half. There's something about that goose egg that just looked bad on that board, but now they've broken it.
Yeah, broken through. Can they maintain the pace? We'll see as we go along.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Now this will make it into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
23-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
The big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Final shot before the half from Mahomes. A quick throw out to Hardman on the perimeter. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. So we come upon halftime in the AFC title game as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, one more half to decide who takes home the Lamar Hunt Trophy as we're back underway in this AFC Championship. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
6-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They had a big first half. Now they have a chance to add to that lead here in the opening possession of the second half.
And everyone always asks about halftime adjustments, kind of the key phrase. What did you do at halftime? Well, the way they ran offense in the first half, I think they were very calm, congratulatory, but also what they were saying is don't expect them to be the same on defense. They'll be the ones making the adjustments. Let's see what they do, and we'll attack accordingly.
And we'll see how they attack here. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Flush to his right. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Grady Jarrett with the tackle.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now they'll run it on the toss. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down and 7.
Hands it off out of the gun. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down.
So that's what that elbow in my ribs was all about. You thought they were going to throw the ball as well.
Absolutely. I think everybody thought they were throwing the football, caught them off guard.
Yeah, I'm telling you, when you have the courage to make that type of a play call, a lot of times you actually get rewarded.
They give the Chubb out of the gun. And he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. The ball on the 8, still could get a first down technically, 2nd and 7. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyrod Taylor keeping it himself from 8 yards out. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Well, they've been part of the cream of the crop in the AFC all season. And it's becoming more and more evident that they're going to get a shot to play for that Super Bowl title.
The momentum has been building, and you mentioned how well they've played throughout the season. It's all come together for them, and they are really laser-focused on being that team to represent in the Super Bowl.
They have been dominant in this one. And now a whistle and a timeout called by the kicking team. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
For Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. From the 10. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. Room to run at the 50. Still going inside the 30. And out of bounds finally, but not before getting it way across the 50 inside the 25. On first down, Dobbins. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
First down, Ravens.
They'll run here with Dobbins. Jackson, option right. And he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8. A gain of 3, second down.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
On 2nd and 7, Jackson buying time to his left. He'll run it. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
5 yards picked up on the...
They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave him with some options here on 4th and inches. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Ravens get a bit closer. And when the smaller guy can't power it across the goal line, Charles, sometimes you need to go with a fullback. They did. It worked.
What's that thing about force and mass? How's that?
Oh, yeah. Force equals mass times acceleration.
Oh, that's big-time stuff. That's from the same guy the apple dropped on his head, right?
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that'll cut the lead back down to 21.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Chubb. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45.
Nick Chubb on the
Give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line.
Not a whole lot of room to maneuver there, and I think that's because everyone took care of their responsibilities, filled their gaps, held their place. No place for him to run.
Yeah, looked good. Everything got funneled to the nose tackle. They swallowed him up. On 3rd down, it's Nick Chubb. And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging into our second half blowout material. Now they'll throw with Mahomes. complete. The tight end, Kelsey. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 1 quarter remains until we crown the AFC champion. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. A good run by Chubb on first down as he'll get about 6 yards there.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations. There'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Starting to look like this drive, it may be the final nail in the coffin.
Well, this is why you work out so hard, right? This is why you spend all that time in the offseason. This is why you have those OTAs and minicamps. For these situations, these scenarios, to run someone into the ground and secure a victory.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Now a handoff looking right. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chiefs add on to their lead. Great call to hand that one off, and his running back did the rest.
Someone read their keys correctly, and on the defensive side of the ball, they certainly did not, because they really essentially were just going to swarm the quarterback. They kind of guessed themselves out of the play, and guess who benefited? The guy with the football.
And that'll increase their lead to 28.
Makes the score Chiefs 42, Ravens 14. Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Very short kick taken right at the 20. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And their dream of a Super Bowl berth so close 3 quarters ago, but now he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. Myles Garrett able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. They're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21, and that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
There's Jackson on 3rd and long. He's going deep for Brown. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Ravens go for it, but come up empty. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. And he stopped immediately there. Matt Judon there to bring him down.
Matt Judon there on the stop. No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now this time Mahomes will throw. Caught, Kelsey, left side. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Travis Kelsey, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And this offense is running away with this one.
In order to lead in the game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Butker now to add the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
The score, Chiefs 49, Ravens 14. Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This one taken just inside the 10. And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover. They want to try and put points on the board.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Their backs really against the wall now. They knew how tough this would be on the road, AFC title game, and they have gotten all they could handle and then some. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Marquise Brown, an even 90 yards. And the Ravens are in for 6. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Tucker with the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They are getting closer and closer to lifting that Lamar Hunt trophy. Not home just yet, but trying to polish things off here as they start 1st and 10. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
2nd and 6.
Space to maneuver at the 40.
This nigga D-Day, bro. Oh my fucking god, man. Niggas is fucking crazy, man.
He's been having a great game, and that one right there, his best.
Oh my god, that was crazy.
And not only that, in his mind, what is he thinking? Can I get to 200 yards as well? Because he knows he's closing in on it. He may not know the exact number, but the best runners have a feel of what the yardage is that they're compiling, and he knows that he's getting close to that 200-yard mark now.
Butker on for the PAT. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Chiefs 56, Ravens 21. Harrison Butker.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Very short kick taken right at the 20. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
First play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. This time Jackson will throw it. Man open left side is Brown. 30, 10, and all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Ravens are in for 6.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab the nugget when I can.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When you go to the backup, let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row. They were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a first down.
47-yard line.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. Mahomes firing complete. That catch good for only a couple.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And once again, they stop him behind the line. Great job by this Ravens defense. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9. And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
It's 4th down.
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. Working from the gun, Mahomes eluding the pressure right. Open man, it's Rager. He's got it. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 21 yards there. A big play on 4th down. going to throw it here. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
They certainly have the look of the team with something to prove, don't they? All week, as we prepared for this game, we kept reading about how they said they're going to play a full 60 minutes this week. It has nothing to do with their opponent. No disrespect intended, but they wanted to be people of their word, playing this thing all the way out, trying to finish it strong.
Ravens 28. Harrison Butker to kick.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. From just inside the 20, a short kick. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. And now we're going to get a timeout. Somewhat pointlessly called with 3 seconds to go in a game that's already been decided. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to run. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Chiefs.
Today's final score.
Really a great season. Not a whole lot to hang their head about.
Not at all. And, you know, the winning side, they're so ecstatic. They're going to the Super Bowl. But for the guys that we're talking about, they've got to figure out how it's going to go next year. Are they going to be motivated by this loss? Or will this loss linger and really make them, make it tough for them to come out of the gate strong next year? Only time will tell. But they've got to find a way to use this loss and use it as motivation.
And that'll close the books on the conference championship for Charles Davis, myself, Brandon.
So black people can have somewhere nice to go to, somewhere where we can feel good about ourselves.